Okay, what we have here is a 1948 Philco model M-15 album-length record player. Now, some of you may remember the video about a week or so ago that I posted of me unwrapping this when I received it. Well, just this evening I completed it and have it working the way it should be working again. And it really cleaned up nice. It's an all-plastic cabinet, but little turtle wax goes a long way. And what's unique about this record player, I'll open the lid, is it's the very first long-playing 33 1/3 RPM record player. Columbia Records pioneered 33 1/3 RPM, and they partnered with Philco, and together in June of 1948 they released the first LP records and this record player. And what's unique about this one, outside the fact that it's in remarkably good condition, is it came complete with all the original paperwork and everything that came with the phonograph when you bought it new. Right here is the owner's manual that you got, and if you bought it, you got this 10-inch special Philco album of Bing Crosby classics, which was pressed by Columbia. And here's the original envelope with all the owner's manual, and there's sheets here on how to connect the record player to different radios and things. Installation instructions. And here's actually your receipt bill of sale from an appliance store that bought 6 of these at a cost of, I believe it says $8.50 a piece, I'm sure. And it's dated May 2nd, 1949. And here's the original service manual that came with the record player. And it's pretty simple to use, actually. It's just got a line cord, plugs in the wall, and the other end has got a cord that plugs in an RCA jack. And basically what I had to do to this, to get it to play again, there's 2 little mercury switches underneath. What happens when you take the tone arm off the rest, the turntable starts spinning. And 2 little mercury switches drop down to make that happen. When you bring it back and put it on the rest, it quits playing. And I don't know if it was a passage of time, but the mercury must have settled. So I wound up having to move the mercury switches out about 1/4 of an inch to get them to drop down properly. And so now it works again, and it needed a new idler wheel. Of course, the rubber cracks after 65 years. And I had to shim up the motor because the rubber mounts on that had also shrunk and cracked. And lastly, it needed a new cartridge, which was impossible to find. So I did the best I could finding a suitable replacement that'll work. And I also made a new fiberboard bottom for it. The other one was kind of cracked and cruddy looking. So what we will do is I'll stop the video and I will demonstrate how it works. Here's the special label from that 10-inch LP that was a souvenir album you got if you purchased this record player from your Philco dealer. It has a facsimile of Bing Crosby's signature on it. And at the time, Bing was sponsored by Philco. His weekly radio series was called Philco Radio Time that aired on ABC each Wednesday night. So there was quite an advertising tie-in with Bing Crosby and Philco at the time. I have the record player connected to my 1940 Coronado Council radio that was equipped with an RCA jack, especially for phono. Here you can see the button pushed in for phono. So I need to turn on the radio, let it warm up a little bit. And back over to the record player. And let's see what happens. Whoops.
I love your loving arms, they hold a world of charms, a place to nestle when I'm lonely, a cozy Morris chair, oh what a happy pair, one caress, happiness, seems to bless my little honey, the world seems wrong, I know that I've been...
Oh, there we go. What happens on these early 10-inch LPs is there's no distinguished starting groove. It's very difficult to set a tone arm down on the record without missing the groove. But anyway, that gives you an idea of how this record player works, and for many people, I'm sure that this record, this very Philco souvenir record, was the very first long-playing 33 1/3 RPM record they heard. And quite possibly the first track on side one, My Honey's Lovin' Arms, Bing Crosby and the Mills Brothers from 1932, was the first song they ever heard. So I hope you enjoyed this little demonstration. And until my next purchase, this is Greg.